Hey, and welcome to another Facebook Live brought to you by OnCore Golf. Today, I am here to interview Brandon and Chris from Golffit, located in Western New York near OnCore HQ. Shout out to Buffalo. Today, I want to chat with them about exercise, flexibility, training, and golf performance. And so, guys, I want you to introduce yourself first. We could start with Brandon, but just give us a quick bio, name, where you're at right now, where you grew up, maybe even your favorite place to get chicken wings in Buffalo. Brandon, start
All
us.
right, guys, I'm Brandon Tyka, physical therapist, currently working with Buffalo Rehab Group in Buffalo, obviously, and I work in our Tonawanda and Orchard Park offices. Grew up in Lancaster, went to Damon College in Amherst. Most people probably haven't heard of that, but it's a small little college, great PT program. And my favorite place for chicken wings, I would say, is Barbell in East Aurora.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
I'm originally from North Tonawanda. I was in the Marine Corps for 6 years. I was stationed out in Hawaii where I got into teaching golf. I relocated back here and kind of dove headfirst into the golf industry. I'm currently the outreach coordinator for the First Tee of Western New York, so I'm doing a lot of outreach and teaching with them. I joined up with Brandon and the guys from Golffit a couple months ago, and that's kind of kicked off. I'm from North Tonawanda. Barbells is the best place for wings.
And they just opened a new location in Clarence, didn't they?
So much closer to where I am in Williamsville, yeah.
I
Haven't
went
ventured
there. I
out
went
there
to
yet.
the new location, and it like hour and a half to sit down. It was crazy. It was so packed.
That's
Love
how
it.
you know.
Best wings right
Best
there. Why
wings.
it's so
There you go.
busy.
Buffalo chicken wings, the best. So how did you guys get connected? And what made you want to connect physical therapy and golf? And obviously there is a good connection there now that you are doing it. But how did you guys get connected?
So, long story short, about a year ago, I realized I work with a lot of golfers and learning the game of golf myself, I learned there's no real way. You go to a lesson and you learn all the fine details of golf, getting that going, but then you don't really get some of the flexibility, strength, mobility aspects of it. And
Hmm.
vice versa, me being a PT, not exactly the most well versed to say, all right, yeah, get your hands here, stay on this plane, do this, do that. So I looked at how can I make this simple for everybody to get everything in one spot. So you're not going from this person to that person. You just get it all in one easy way. And I teamed up with one physical therapist and one PTA, physical therapist assistant, that I work with, who also love the game of golf. John Nazareth and Jay Senazetnik. They unfortunately couldn't be with us on the call today, but John connected me to Chris, and we happily brought Chris on for his golf expertise and golf knowledge.
Hmm.
And that's really where this kind of started, and that's how Chris got brought into this.
Yeah, John was my physical therapist, so seeing him once, well, he was a member at Fox Valley where I worked first, so I met him there, and he told me to come in because I told him about some back problems that I was having from the
Hmm.
military and neck problems and stuff like that. So I'd exchange a little bit of his information with my information to help his golf game, and then I started to see him once a week, and then he brought up the idea, and I mean, just seeing the changes that physical therapy has helped in my golf game, I was all about it, especially someone I'm studying kinesiology. So it kind of seemed right up my alley when these guys came up with the idea and presented it. So
Yeah, I think it's really awesome what you guys are doing, connecting physical therapy and golf. So what are some ways that people can keep their body and swing in shape while they're stuck indoors? And I know people are out golfing. That seems to be one of the activities that people can still do, but they're still stuck indoors. So what are some ways that they can do that?
So again, this kind of brings into why I thought of this is in Buffalo, you have what, 4 months, 5 months if you're lucky to golf all year. So looking at what do you need to do in the winter to stay peak form year round instead of just, shelling out $1,000 to golf each month in the winter to travel somewhere. So it's a lot of it you can do in the house using door frames. So the biggest focus area is going to be looking at hip mobility. Can you get those hips turning, get those hips moving front and back? So flexion, extension. If you can get those moving and then your upper back moving, it'll put a lot less stress on your back, as I'm sure Chris can tell him. John's focused on that a lot of hip and upper back mobility, shoulder mobility are going to go a long way to save your back, keep you healthy. And it's just finding ways. We have a bunch of videos we're looking at creating and we'll get out there for you guys, but on simple, easy stretches to work on getting your hips moving. It's really just looking at how can I keep moving. So it's looking at get up and walk. Don't sit at your desk. I know a lot of people are working from home, so don't sit in that computer chair at your desk for 8 hours in a row. That's going to kill the hips, and you're going to lose a lot of mobility, tighten up there. So between just activity and keeping moving, as well as practice that swing, whether it's go in your garage, go in your basement if you are lucky enough to have a big enough basement to swing. Just go through the rotation, even if it is just standing and turning, pivoting like it's your golf swing, is going to go a long way. Chris, what kind of exercises has John had you doing at home?
I mean, any stretching is going to be good. I mean, most people are at home sitting on the couch or sitting, you know, I'm at my dining room table right now and doing their work. So as long as you're getting up, I think one of the most important things is you can play golf for the entirety of your life. You can play golf in your 70s, your 80s. I've met people on the course who are in 90s, but you're not going to play basketball and football and soccer and baseball that far into your life. But you have to make sure that your body can handle that. And just by daily stretching, you're not doing anything crazy. You're not throwing weird amounts of weight above your head or doing these weird kinds of pull-ups like CrossFit people. You just stretch. It's something that you can set 5-10 minutes, the beginning of your day, the middle of your day, the end of your day before you lay down, to ensure that your body's going to be just feeling better overall. And then that's just going to aid your golf game.
Yeah.
How many times have you ever seen somebody just get on a tee box and start playing?
Yeah. Way too many. Too many.
I mean, like I said, I've said it before. You go to the golf dome, the first club people pull out is going to be a driver. Yep. So, I mean, you're not going to get up in the morning and just run right away. You're going to stretch. So it should be the same all for everything in golf, everything in every sport. You're going to stretch beforehand. And you can do it easily at home. You just need to stand sometimes. I know I do a lot of lunges forward and a lot of hip rotation. And then we can even get into all the different things that you can do to help your swing inside. I mean, if you have access to a door and a wall, there are so many exercises and stretches that will help your golf game. It's unbelievable.
Is there any stretches you guys do on the tee box or exercises before you start your round?
So with that, you can do golf cart. A lot of people drive. I know it might be a little touchy subject with social distancing, but if you have a golf cart, super wonderful, super great substitute for a door frame for your stretches. Get your foot up on the bottom part of the cart, get your hands up on the top of the cart and just lunge into it. Great stretch for the hips, the upper back to get everything started. And then just hold your club and just turn to start, staying upright and just rotating side to side. And then you can start to take small baby swings, working your way up to a full swing. Don't even grab that driver out of the bag until you're ready to tee off and stretched out. So it's, grab an iron and just go through the swinging motion nice and easy. Or don't even grab a club and just go through the rotation to get loosened up. Right. Get the, like Chris was saying, get a couple squats in.
Cool. Yeah. Is there any new research that you guys have seen on like peak performance or training advice that you can give golfers, or that maybe Chris, you're putting into your golf game?
I mean, if you just, TPI has a free website. If you just go to TPI's, they're the leaders in the research for golf, and they have the best things out there in regards to biomechanics and how your body moves. Like you just mentioned for the tee box warm up, we have a thing on our website that's going to go over a good quick tee box warm up. Brendan, I don't remember the name of that. Is if we just call it tee box warm up?
Just tee box warm up, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 5 or 10 minutes, but something quick that you can just knock out before your round. And
yeah,
you can even do it during the round too, keep you loose, because I know how many times you get stuck in a 6-hour round and you're on the 8th hole and it's, holy crap, I'm tight, I chunked that last shot. You can do these stretches throughout the round. You hit the turn, get a quick stretch in after that hot dog or the hamburger, and then it keep you moving throughout the round, so it's not 16, 17 rounds in and you're sore and beat up. It'll keep you flowing through all 18 holes.
Right.
And there's a ton of new training stuff out there. I mean, this is the perfect time for people to do some research. Yeah. Instagram's probably one of the best ones now for golf. There's so many instructors and people out there that are helping with just small things. We have Plane Mate at Golffit that we can use. It's one of the best aids out there.
That's a pain in the butt to use, but it's great.
It helps with extension. It helps with keeping on plane. It helps strengthen those muscles that you're not used to using in a golf, because a golf swing is somewhat abnormal. So you're getting those muscles all strong and tense in the swing, and it's helping you. And there's so many things out there, but you got to be careful though, because there's so many things out there that are like
Right.
crazy that you shouldn't be using at all. But now's a good time. We're all stuck inside. Just if you know you're going to have a golf season coming up, and now's a good time to take advantage of learning some new stuff.
Yeah, and we can link to anything that you guys have made or anything that you believe is going to be useful for people and legitimate. No fake news here, people. So what are some golf goals that you guys have in 2020? Obviously, the season has been kind of up in the air, especially for the pros and masters being pushed back and all of that. What are some golf goals that you guys have, and what are some good goals that people can set in their golf game this year?
I think it's just first goal for everybody should be stay healthy, get through the entire season without an injury flaring back up, developing a new injury, and just staying healthy so that they can say, hey, it's the end of September. I'm healthy. I have no aches or pains other than just soreness from playing 36 holes in one day if they wanted to. That's really, I think, should be everyone's number one goal, because nobody wants to get hurt and lose time. After that, I think it's just getting consistent. It's whether it's, set small goals. Don't say I need to lower my handicap by 10 points or I need to break 80, not 70 today. It's the small things, Can I hit more greens from 100 yards and in than last year? Can I hit 75% of my fairways off the tee? It's small goals like that. Don't look at the big picture. If you do the small goals, the bigger things will happen.
Yeah, personally, my goals for the year, they're kind of up in the air. Any Monday qualifiers that I was looking at, TPC Toronto has the qualifier for the Canadian Open. It's canceled, and I don't know how the section events in Western New York are going to be, but it's kind of up in the air. I think Brandon kind of hit the nail there. If you make some small goals, it's usually a lot easier and a lot more manageable in regards to expectations. I know a lot of my goals for the year are strokes gained. I don't kind of not looking at the score or my average round or my handicap or anything, but like, am I getting strokes gained off the tee? Am I getting strokes gained off of my wedges and my approaches and all that stuff? Every aspect of my game, I'm just trying to improve each aspect. And if I can do, I have a couple of good apps that I can use for strokes gained. TaylorMade makes a really good one. Decade Golf is really good, tracks all your stuff. So if you can make, hey, I didn't drive it so good today, but I gained 2 strokes putting, those are baby steps. And as long as you keep them realistic and manageable, that's the big part. And like Brandon said, if you can golf healthy all year, I love to play 36 in a day, but if I can play 18 holes 5-6 days in a row without feeling any pain, that's more enjoyable than, we've had people at Golffit that they've golfed around and then they have to take 3 days off just from 18 holes of golf, and they're not even walking, they're just riding. So if you can get over that hurdle and be comfortable, it's going to make it a lot easier, and you're going to feel comfortable mentally more than anything.
Yeah. I have one golf goal this year, and it's to hit a hole in one. So we're going to see how that goes.
Goal for me. That's a lifelong.
I'll document it along the way, but I'm hoping to do that. So I want to jump into a lightning round, some quick hitter questions. Chris, you can start, and then Brandon can follow. But lightning question number 1. In your ideal round, you are walking or riding?
Walking.
Second that, walking.
Okay. If you have time for one, your pre-round warm-up is at the driving range or the putting green?
Putting green, every time.
Damn it, I hate going second because I'm going to say the same thing as Chris. Putting green.
Following Chris. Which of these 2 events would you rather attend, the Masters or the Ryder Cup?
Ryder Cup in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a one-time thing? Because if it's I get one or the other the rest of my life, I'm taking Masters. If I can do both at some point, I'm going to take the Ryder Cup in America because I want to see America win it on our soil. Okay. Otherwise, I'd say Masters, one and only.
Love it. At the course, your cell phone policy is in your pocket, in your bag, in your car?
In my bag on Do Not Disturb. A lot of people are on their phone too much, but I think it can be a good distraction, especially if you're walking. in between shots and in between holes. You can look at a sports scores or something instead of getting all up in your head.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
So if it's a golf round that we're playing, it's in the bag. If it's something for Golffit, phone's in my pocket so I can video as needed.
Mm-hmm. And Chris, you kind of already touched on this, but the ideal number of holes in one day, 9, 18, 36.
That you didn't give me the option. All of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Any golf is good golf. Obviously 18 is better than 9. If you can get 36 in, why not?
Yeah, as much golf as possible. Last one I want to ask: the greatest golfer of all time. You have Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus?
That's Jack. Yeah.
Tiger.
Wow, I
I
love
say Tiger. He gets those majors. It's cemented. He's better.
That's awesome. So I just wanted to finish this with just allowing you guys to talk about Golffit, what you guys do. Tell them, where they can find you online, whether it's a website, Instagram, and what you guys are looking to do over the next, few months with Golffit.
So you can find us on thegolffit.com is our website. All our information is based there. On Instagram, we are _Golffit. And same thing on Twitter and Facebook, we're the Golffit. And you can find all our stuff there. Instagram, we're posting a lot of videos, instructional stuff from Chris, content to look for coming up. And then really the big picture, I know it's tough right now. We're going to start our first course actually this weekend working on better ball striking. But due to circumstances, we had to put that on hold indefinitely. But we're hoping to get that up sooner than later. And in the meantime, we're looking to go more online based for instruction. And I'll let Chris get more into what he can do online for golf swing help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out those websites. We have plenty of information on there. Our PT and PTAs are doing research and doing good blogs on there and trying to put out as much information and videos as possible. If you have junior golfers, I would go try and get into your local first tee. If you're in Western New York, my email address is on there, the first tee of Western New York. I think it's the best way to get kids, junior golfers involved. We do a lot of with core values and not even just making better golfers, but making better people. And I think that's one of the best things we have in the golf industry today. Yeah, keep an eye out for Golffit. We're going to try and blow up a little bit, get a little bigger in the next coming months while we're just sitting around doing nothing.
Cool. Well, yeah. Again, thanks so much, guys, for being here. It's super useful and helpful for everyone at home while we're kind of stuck. And again, out there, guys, I will add links in the comments, and we'll just send you all the information that Chris and Brandon talked about in this call. And obviously, go to OnCoreGolf.com. Check us out. Buy some golf balls. Get ready for the season. You can still get out there and go golfing, but be safe. But yeah, talk to you guys later. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, guys.